Welcome to Accelerated Solutions LLC's YouTube channel. Today we want to talk a little bit about time and the value of time. I was raised by a baby boomer generation that wanted to save money. A lot of people clip a coupon here, save a few dollars here, maybe drive to a different gas station to save 6 cents. But what is that time worth? One of the things I had a hard time is I always wanted to be the guy that worked with my hands. I wanted to do it all. I'm not going to have some other man work on my house. But the truth of the matter is, what could I do at that time and what are my goals? If I enjoy mowing the yard and raking the leaves, then great. That's part of your life. Go for it. For me, I really dislike it. So I'm going to save a few bucks and I'm going to go ahead and do something I don't like. It started not to make sense to me. I want you guys to start looking at what your time is worth. So if I'm mowing a yard and I could pay the neighbor kid 15 bucks to do it, or 20 bucks, or a professional company 30 bucks, what can I do in that hour of time? What can I do without the expense of the mower, the trimmer, the blower, the bags, the whatever? So now I start taking that time and go, wow, how many more sales calls could I make? How many more connections, one-on-one meetings? Could I take somebody to lunch? Could I find a business mentor? Could I find a millionaire that I can buy a meal? By the way, millionaires love free meals. All you gotta do is offer to take them to lunch or dinner. Chances are they'll go. So then you look at that time and say, what can I do at that time? I had a manager that was working on something that a lower level team member should have worked on. The revenue was only 20 bucks. It was a quick project. But I said, do you know how much that project cost us? $60,000. My manager looked at me and says, okay, you've lost your rockers. Have you taken your meds today? I said, no. Here's the deal. During that 1 hour, she could have done more sales calls. If she could have closed one more client, let's just say at a retainer of $250 a week, over 5 years, $60,000. $60,000 for 1 hour worth of work? Think about that. So this is how we need to start looking at it. When you're raking your leaves, when you're cleaning your house, when you're changing your oil, when you're changing your brake pads. Yeah, brake pads are 20, 30 bucks, well at least they were back in the day. Now an oil change is $100 and brake job's $300. But you do have to look at your time and your value. So when you start looking at those things around the house, can I have somebody else do that? Then also when you're at home, you start to enjoy it more. So these are things you have to look at. We worked with one of our clients a few weeks ago and her hourly range went from $15 an hour to $40. Well, we know the $15 an hour range is when she first started out and had a little bit more of that employee mindset. But she's working 70 hours a week and she can't afford to hire anybody really to cover up that difference because of the low margins. So we came up with a plan for her to replace 10 hours of the $15 an hour up to the $25, $30, and $40 an hour mark. Now she's replacing it with a higher margin. She can afford to hire another person, and now she's able to work on her business instead of in it. So these are the things. What is your time worth? Is it worth 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, $1,000 an hour? It doesn't matter. In fact, you know what? For 1 week, pretend like each hour that you do around your house is worth $1,000 to you. And just kind of see how you look at cleaning the toilets, cleaning the bathroom, doing the laundry. Some of that stuff may be convenient, but I do want you to look at it differently and say, what is my time worth? What is that value? There are a few other things that you can do too, like training. So we actually went into this whole training program online. We're still going through it. Live seminars and online training. So now, basically for 15 bucks that I paid the neighbor kid to do the yard, I now can spend that hour doing training. So now maybe I know how to do leadership better with my team. Team building, maybe I know more of the HR laws. Maybe I could find a new tax, people call them loops, but really they're tax laws, and they're for people like us who want to take advantage of them because that's what they're there for. So could I find something that saved me $3,000, $4,000 all because I chose not to mow my yard? That's pretty exciting. So what we want to do, guys, is make sure that you understand what your time is worth. The cold calling, the networking, the training, social media, whatever it may be. So the important thing here is I want you for the next week to look at your time and make a comment down below. Like this video. All 7 viewers, I want you to like it. So I expect 7 views and 7 likes. No. Really what we want to do though, guys, is we want you to look at your time differently, because Accelerated Solutions is here to help you change your legacy.